This weekend, it's the Battle of the Megas. Let's start at the beginning of the season.
Hey Don, so the rumor on the street is that King Clover is looking for a mistress this weekend. Are you ready for a good romping?
Just for the record, I approve this message. The Mistress is going down.
Oh, we're gonna have a good time today.
We'll meet in the pits. And as long as he doesn't ever see this, I'm hoping for a huge bluff because I've got brake calipers that won't release.
We're gonna party. It'll be a good time.
Maybe I'll win on a technicality.
Looking forward to it.
Maybe he'll be asleep at the wheel or he'll have a bad backfire or something. And he'll be looking at the sky or his windshield wipers won't work or something. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm in King Clover, baby. It's super lucky. That's how I get through life.
I almost brought him a 4-leaf clover this morning so that he could have some more luck, but I couldn't find one, so.
So to start out our season, we've got Joe Miller in King Clover calling out the Mistress in the Mega Truck class. Let's see what happens.
Well, there'd be a lot of laughing involved, I'm sure. It was a good effort. I have a couple bugs to figure out.
Couple of modifications, yeah.
I'll be back for sure, no doubt about it.
We had a good time.
It'll be a work in progress, and I'll show them.
She's a little too fast for the King Clover. Next time, though.
I'll show them one day.
Better luck next time.
Don Grant went on the rest of the season to dominate the Mega Truck class in racing, as well as beating a few non-Mega Trucks. But we've got a new challenger up for a race. All right, what do we got going on?
Okay, well, the pit bully's running pretty dang good. Donald Grant, I'm calling you in the Mistress side. I don't care if there's MNHR races or not. Show up and me and you will race. And I am a mega now. Have a good day.
So here we are, Grudge Race Day, at the PTR Fall Classic Rock Crawl event, where competitors are competing in 2 different courses in 3 different tire size classes. This is a far different type of competition than mud racing, but let's see how these competitors do on these courses while we're waiting for the grudge match. And while we go into an intermission here, I'm going to try to get one of my 2 mega trucks going to play around in the pit, going through like 5 different batteries here on the truck blazer, also known as Disappointment. But we finally got it running after a large backfire and flooding out, not wanting to start. And boy, it was at this very moment that I realized that I couldn't even get my RPMs high enough to go above the stall converter to spin the tires. I was then questioning, did I make a mistake in putting a single plane intake on this engine out of the plow truck that has less than 10-to-1 compression? Is the air intake tube that blew apart that we duct taped back together restricting airflow into the engine? And if I had a manual transmission, I could jam it in low and at least spin it with the gearing. Granted, I didn't know number 4 cylinder wasn't even firing at this point. Ah, heck, I'll just back up and try hitting it harder this time. And still not enough power from this engine to spin the tires. The truck blazer never fails to disappoint me. So, I'm going to go through the shallower stuff since this thing's not running right. Still seems a little bit of a miss. Well, granted, number 4 cylinder's not firing. And now I'm not moving at all, like the transmission gave up. But I've still got Carnage, which has a transmission that has at least first gear, no other gears. No oil pressure though, and it overheats really fast. And now the transmission in first gear is giving up. So let's go now instead to a mega truck that is running right. The Pit Boss, owned by Lloyd Standish.
Yeah, I can smell engine oil.
While Chad's waiting for Don and the Mistress to get here, he's going to do a few more laps in the pit bully. Well, the time is finally here. Don Grant is showing up in the Mistress Bronco, and he's ready to race the Pit Bully Blazer.
Oh, we're gonna race. It's her last race before she comes apart. She's, you know, like 7 years old, so I was planning on taking her apart this winter, and anyways, so we got some plans, different stuff that we're gonna do with the old Mistress this winter. So figured we'd come out and see what this old pig will do. So yeah, it should be a good time.
Been old reliable for the past few years, minimal problems, so you're just gonna do what you always do, right?
Absolutely. She treats me okay, so I can't complain. We'll see what happens.
Well, I hope everything holds together, and we'll see who's got the fastest mega truck now.
You're slightly broken, aren't you?
A tad bit. Transmission, bolt to the T-case, cracked the back of the transmission, fell out.
These two have been waiting for this moment for quite some time, even though this isn't an official NMRA race. They've been itching to get to race each other all season long. Things have prevented it from happening before, but today is the day. It's Chevy versus Ford, the Pit Bully versus the Mistress. That was a close race. Chad pulled it out at the end when Don went up on the bank. Now for round two. But Don lost all his power steering when his belt flew off. So we've got to take a quick break.
So that looked pretty close there at the end. Tell us what you saw.
About 3/4 of a truck before Donald got up onto the wall and had to let out. It was a good race. We'll see what happens.
He's got to put his belt back on.
Oh.
Did you lose steering there, Don?
I didn't roll it.
Got a little.
Put the belt back on.
I didn't roll it.
Nope. Did you fuck her?
Hell no.
Hey, you shouldn't have. You were right, exactly.
Oh no! I would have been in the passenger seat too.
But held together.
Yes, it held together.
How did the first pass feel?
Good. We upped the timing, upped the rev limiter a little bit, and yeah, she felt a lot better. I wish my transmission wasn't messed up.
What's it? Oh yeah, because it's busted on the back.
Oh yeah, it's busted, leaking fluid a little bit.
All you need to do is hold together for one more pass.
Yeah. Wait.
Well, the belt's back on and the Mistress is cooled down. It's time for round two. If Chad wins again, he's automatically the winner by double elimination. But if Don wins, they come back around and race one more time. Now it looks like we get one more race to break the tie. Which will it be? The Pit Bully or the Mistress?
It's not official until the official announces the official.
Well, what's the news? Don got you by that far. On the lap. That's close shit.
Hey.
And that last little
Hey.
stumble, almost got you.
Oh yeah, I was playing with the.
I grabbed third.
I had to put the
Yeah,
nitrous
that's why
button on
it
the
stumbled. It wasn't quite ready for
on my
it.
shifter, so it was kind of.
Okay, did it?
Yeah, that was.
Well, that was good.
On the third one.
Good. Fun. We'll get her all dialed in next year.
Oh yeah, next year's gonna be a blast.
And there'll be some new megas, it sounds
That's what
like.
I hear, and I see.
Sounds like you should have a pretty big class next year.
Yeah.
So, to be continued. I mean, we've completed our season, but to be continued through next year.
Oh yeah.
Always.
Definitely.
We're gonna have a bunch of trucks next year.
Yeah.
What about you?
No.
That's good.
No.
Mine won't even go through a mud pit
One
without.
off at a time, we're gonna get them handled.
Anyone specifically you guys want to call out that's not here?
Yeah, Joe.
What about Chris Wolf, Mr. Clock, and fucking not showing up to nothing?
All right, so we got.
Oh, there you go. I don't even know the guy, but yeah, where's he at?
I'll call myself out.
Oh, Josh is gonna race himself. I wonder who's gonna
I'm
win.
gonna try to make it.
So, all right,
It should be a good season.
Yes, it should.
we'll see you in 2020.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now, did someone do some dramatic walk off or
Trump
something?
2020 is that what you
Stay tuned for the 2020 season of the Mega Trucks. Who knows who we're going to see out there racing next year?